as well as new haircuts. Look at that bad boy. I've got full mullet going. I really wanted to redefine business in the front, party in the back. So let's see how aerodynamic this hairstyle is going into this session. Woo! Good day, friends of Scot-Free Running. Welcome to episode 6 of the sub 250 Port Fairy Ferry. We've got about 15.5 weeks to go until the big day. Come on! So this week I'm catching up on those hills because the hills pay the bills, and at this moment in time I've got virtually no experience other than running on flat asphalt tarmac road. And these dirt tracks, these hills, these gradients are completely foreign to me. So yeah, got to start borrowing some money from the bank to pay off my debts because yeah, come on, I can't be paying these bills if I'm not hitting any hills. So today's session is the 8 times 500 meter reps uphill that I spoke about in episode 5. I'm just about to kick off with the workout, but honestly, 15.5 weeks out, my fitness is feeling great. This marathon training block is all about getting quality mileage in, trying out all things gear, nutrition for the big day. But really the main concern for today's hill session is to just try and evenly pace the full 8 reps. 8 reps, to be honest, it's quite a lot for me. Not in terms of intensity, just in terms of margin for error. I feel like there is 8 opportunities there for me to just go out way too hard and blow up for the next rep. So yeah, I'm going to try and make sure that doesn't happen. But you know, I like to think I'm disciplined, but perhaps not always sensible in my workouts. So that's something I'm going to try and get on top of. But 15 weeks to go, feeling good. Just about to kick off with the first rep on the hills. Let's do this. So this is the hill that I'm running up today, starting down here and then going nicely over this crest, then turning back around and doing the same distance back as sort of an easy recovery. Get the breath back, let the legs relax a little bit before we go again. 500 meter reps up, 500 easy down. Right, first rep done. The good news is that felt fantastic. The bad news is I'm a bloody numpty. That was only about 300 meters of climbing, and then I got over the top and then I was running on flat. So yeah, that wasn't the best hill in the world. I do, however, have a backup hill, and yeah, actually looking at it now, it's probably a much better hill all round. So I'm going to be running up this, which looks about a mile long and yeah, quite steep. So got about, let's see, 200 meters to recover, and then I'm going to be going off for my next rep. But yeah, that first one doesn't count, so let's ignore that. We got 8 reps to go. Oh my god. Woo! 2 words for that session, only 2. Woo! Hot. Oh, I need to choose a better time of day than the midday sun to do these hill sessions, because that was that was so hot. But so happy with how the session looked. Look at those splits. Oh, that was almost perfect. Not the progressive or even split that I planned for, but very, very close. So that's a really good sign of fitness. I just went out at 80% perceived effort, but definitely the last 100 or 200 meters of those reps were, yeah, pushing it. And yeah, I just went by feel. I didn't want to blow up in the early stages, as I said, so held a little bit back. I was just aiming for about 1 minute 51 for those reps, and yeah, amazingly, a few of those are actually bang on 151, and all of them were under 155. So happy with that. That was just, yeah, perfect. Absolutely over the moon. But I need to cool down and get some protein in, because I am absolutely wrecked after that session. So rest day tomorrow, but I will catch up with you guys at some point on, yeah, how that session went and how I'm feeling. Woo! We are a few days on from that Thursday hill session now, and looking back on the session, I'm so pleased with how it went. I actually think it was one of my favourite sessions to date. Looking back, I may have gone out, yeah, definitely a bit hard, not at first or anything like that. I just mean maybe the session could have been dialed back just a little bit. I did have Friday off as a rest day as planned, but I just think that actually in training, I should just hold a little bit back. And I want to see how this progresses as the weeks go on, but I think retrospectively looking at that session, you know, it's only the first week of the builds this week, so on my Sunday long run now, and what, I've done about 79k I think before today, and this is a 24k long run, so it's going to be just over 100k. So if we take that into account, you know, going flat out on a hill session on the first week of like 15 hard weeks of training probably isn't the wisest idea. So yeah, I think I'll dial back the threshold and the hill sessions in the next couple of weeks, just to give the legs a bit more of a hope, you know, to tackle and absorb all of that nice training volume intensity in the later weeks. But yeah, as I mentioned, I'm out on this Sunday long run now. I'm literally like a K in, and I've got a Salomon soft flask with some water that I'm going to stash en route, because yeah, it's like 8:30 here and already about 18 degrees. So I'm going to need this water in probably about an hour or so. But I've also packed a couple of gels today. So I asked you guys on Instagram what flavour I should try on this week's Sunday long run. As I mentioned at the start of this series, I'm pretty sure that I'm going to use Morton in the race, just because their gels work so well for me in Melbourne, and yeah, just really don't think anything can come close at the moment. But I'd like to test that hypothesis, and yeah, I've ordered some gels, so over the next few weeks I will be testing gels from Goo, from Hola, I think that's how you say it. What other brands? I think I've got a Cliff gel in there, and yeah, I think there's another one, but I don't remember. Anyway, I asked you guys on Instagram which gel I should try first, in particular what flavour, and I gave you the choices of Montana Huckleberry, which I have no idea what that is, birthday cake, campfire s'mores, or blueberries, and you guys picked campfire s'mores. So yeah, today's long run, which is incredibly hot already, will be fueled by a Goo gel in the campfire s'mores flavour. So not sure how fitting that is, to be honest. I feel like s'mores are probably better for a chilly evening by the fire, not, you know, a day that literally is fire coming down from the sky. But yeah, we'll see how we get on. I'm going to crack open that gel in about an hour or so, about the halfway point, and yeah, just ticking on nicely. Nothing crazy on today's long run, pace wise at least, but I'm looking for a nice bit of mixed terrain, you know, a mixture of dirt and roads, just to save the legs, bit of elevation, nothing crazy. Coach has asked me to find some hills, and this is sort of just going to be a rolling hills long run. So yeah, headphones are in, and I'm just listening to a classic Marathon Talk episode. Today I'm listening to episode 15, Paula Radcliffe. I'll link it down below. Maybe you guys will be interested in giving that a listen. But yeah, pretty insightful stuff so far. Just been listening to it while I've been doing some drills and dynamic stretches. But I'll be on the camera shortly, giving the lowdown on how the campfire s'mores tastes. We're about an hour into the long run now. Things are ticking off nicely, and we're about 2 bites into the Goo campfire s'mores gel. Alright, first thoughts, just completely pulling from my memory of tastes. This is just, it's like fudge, like really sweet, really thick fudge. Like, for those of you in the UK watching this, this is like the middle of like one of those quality streets that's like just fudge inside, you know? It's that to a T. I'm not sure that I'm getting too much of a campfire feel. I guess I was expecting a bit more of like smoke or a heat. I don't know, maybe that's too literal. My expectations are, yeah, probably too high for a $2 gel, but pretty delicious. To be honest, not at all what I want on an 18-degree long run. It's really not doing anything in terms of hydration or, you know, oh yeah, I'm a badass. Slapping back a Morton, you know, that tastes like nothing jelly that I love so much. I don't get that same badass, I don't know, reassurance from this Campfire S'mores. I actually feel like this is actually going to be detrimental to myself, to my bowels, to actually my motivation. So fair to say I won't be having this in any future marathons, but yeah, I guess pretty enjoyable. And just kind of want to save it for after dinner tonight. I feel like it would go down much nicer with a nice cup of tea, but I don't know, I guess I'll finish it now, and yeah, let's hope that it doesn't leave the other end of my body too soon. So about 75 minutes into the run now, just gone past 13k, and I hate to say it, but I'm still bloody sticky from that gel. I've tried everything, licking my lips and my fingers that are sticky from the gel. I've been running through my hair to try and get some moisture on them to wash them, but bloody sticky. And the flies, yeah, God. I feel like if someone was to come to me and ask me, Scott, which gel would you recommend that I use? I would put a flow chart in front of them, and at the start of the flow chart it would have the heading, which gel should you use? And then the first question would be, do you like being sticky? Yes. If your answer is yes, I would recommend basically any other gel than Morton. And then if your answer is no to do you like being sticky, then just have a Morton. That's literally my only, I guess, feedback at this moment in time on the vast subject of gel nutrition. So yeah, a bit disappointing really, don't like being sticky. But yeah, with another few gels, or brands of gels I should say, to review in the next few weeks, hopefully, yeah, less stickiness is in the works for us, because it's about 20 degrees now, and yeah, I'm thirsty. I need another gel, I think. I feel quite lethargic and sticky, so yeah, that's my situation. What better way to celebrate a successful Sunday long run, in my case 24k, than going for a cruise in the sun afterwards. Oh, doesn't get better, does it? I've found out recently that you have to wear a helmet when you ride a bicycle in Australia, which we don't have that law in the UK. Maybe that's normal in other parts of the world. So sort of having to find myself balance the helmet on top of my hat, which probably isn't going to do much for me, but that's where we're at with the sun in my eyes. So 24k went really well, feeling fantastic. 101k for the week, really happy with that for my first, well, I guess build week of the marathon block. So 15 weeks to go, and yeah, we're going to slowly start bringing up that volume and intensity as we move into the next few weeks. Let's get back to the gel. So yeah, it was really sticky, tasted good, but I'm not really sure I got the kick of energy that I needed today. It was really hot out there, and yeah, went out a little bit later in the day than I should have, to be honest. It was just a little bit warm out there, and that gel, I'm afraid to say, won't be getting my recommendations. I think, just right before I give my final thoughts on the gel, I'm actually going to take another goo gel out next week. I'm going to take the birthday cake flavour out, and I'm going to give it a go when the conditions are a bit cooler, because I think maybe I, you know, started my test a bit unfairly today, going out in the hottest conditions I've ever felt in my life. Of course, no gel's going to be alright in those conditions, but yeah, I guess my preliminary, is that the word? Yeah, let's say preliminary or provisional, it's actually a better word, provisional rating of the gel, of the Goo Campfire S'mores gel. I'm going to give it a 6.5 out of 10. You might be thinking, yes, that is high, that is above 5 out of 10. Why is it above 5 out of 10? Purely on flavour. It was just magnificent. I really have wanted another one ever since I finished that one, which I've never had with a gel before. I've never wanted to have another one anytime soon, you know, let alone straight after. I really enjoyed it. It's no higher than a 6.5 out of 10 because, quite frankly, it didn't give me any energy, I don't think. I just didn't feel hydrated or energized or motivated at all to continue with the run, which I kind of want when I take on a gel. I want to be reassured and you know, at least some sort of placebo that, like, yeah, I'm ready to do this. Today, stopping for that gel was sort of like stopping at a petrol station, or like just somewhere that doesn't really do good desserts or isn't known for good desserts. Stopping at one of those on the middle of your run and just like being really pleasantly surprised by, I don't know, like an ice cream or like a mince pie that you've just bought from somewhere that shouldn't necessarily be known for them. It was just random, and I was like, yeah, it was nice, but like not really what I needed at all at that moment in time. So yeah, 6.5 for the Campfire S'mores. I might readdress that result next week after I have the birthday cake flavour from Goo, the same brand and the same gel, just a different flavour. And if that is amazing, then I might think, oh, actually maybe Campfire S'mores deserves a bit of an up. But yeah, so the first gel on the scoreboard is the Goo Campfire S'mores. That's a 6.5 out of 10. So yeah, won't be getting my recommendations at this moment in time, but there you have it. That's the quality content you come along for. So wrapping up the week, feeling really, really good. Again, super happy to get those 100 Ks in the bank with 15 weeks to go. Absolutely buzzing and really, really excited for the next week to, yeah, be upon us, some might say. I'm gonna finish up this bike ride before I fall off because it's a little bit unstable, and I'm doing it in Crocs. So balancing a helmet on top of my head, holding a GoPro, wearing Crocs probably isn't the safest way to bicycle in Australia. So with that being said, let's wrap up episode 6 of the Port Fairy Ferry. I hope you guys have enjoyed this one. Please leave me a like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. I'd really appreciate that. But I'll be seeing you all in episode 7 of the sub 250 Port Fairy Ferry. Sub 50, let's go! See you guys. Yeah, I knew it was a bad idea. As soon as I stopped recording, I went around a corner way too tight, and I've got what looks like tiger claws on the back of my leg. Ouch.